All right, well, I'm going to get started. Everyone watching, I'm Counselor Pat Donnelly, and today we've got the Haddonfield Girls XE team with us here. Sam.
Hi, and I'm Counselor Sam, and we just wanted to say thanks for joining us and taking some time out of your night to get to know the counselors and the coaches and the athletes that come to our camp a little bit more. So, girls, go ahead whenever you're ready. You can start to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Kofus. I'm currently a junior in high school, and I've been running for high school for 3 years now.
I'm Allison Kofus. I'm currently a junior in high school, and I've been running for 6 years.
Hi, I'm Evie Andrews. I'm a senior, and I've been running for Haddonfield for 2 years.
Hi, I'm Olivia Stoner. I'm currently a junior, and this is my 6th year running for Haddonfield.
I'm Sarah Natika. I'm currently a junior, and this is about my first year running for Haddonfield.
Hi, I'm Catherine Rice. I'm a senior, and I'm going to be running for Gettysburg College next year.
Hi, I'm Lily Sarover. I'm a senior. I've been running for the Dogs for 7 years, and next year I will be running for Haverford College.
Hi, I'm Peyton Weiner. I'm a junior, and I've been running for 6 years.
All right, well, it's great to have. I'm sorry, Russo too.
Jason Russo. This is my 19th year coaching, my 13th year coaching at Haddonfield. I think it's my 3rd year this stint as the girls head coach.
Okay, well, thanks. It's great to have all you here today. We wanted to bring you in because this team has accomplished so much. There's really there's a ton of different things we could talk about over the past couple of years for the Haddonfield girls cross country team. But today we really wanted to focus on this past 2019 cross country season where you guys made it all the way to the media champions and then finished 4th, which is a huge accomplishment for a Group 2 small school. So just to start, I think everyone would like to hear maybe about your expectations going into the beginning of the season and how you felt in the regular season, and as you kind of made your way, what you kind of thought you could accomplish at a home bell at MOC.
Was that for me, Pat? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Dish to Russo.
So I think you were looking for expectations, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had met back in June, and June of the previous year, we really finished very well. Very happy with where things were distance-wise. We had a lot of spectacular performances, and even as that track and field season had gone on, I feel like I'm frozen. Am I?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you are.
I can hear you, though.
Can hear
you. Man, what can I do?
We can still hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I'm gonna just keep talking.
Okay.
Sorry.
Keep it up.
Yeah, even as during the spring track season, we had kind of talked about, cross country. Everybody was excited about cross country. So at the end of June, when we started, talking about expectations for the fall, we had some big expectations. We had some things that we were really excited about. The previous cross country season had not gone the way that anyone had hoped, but we felt that we had a lot of potential and a lot of promise. So we were looking at, doing the things we had typically done as far as being competitive in meets, returning in the Colonial Conference, doing well there, and at the end of the season, being very competitive at the state meet and meet of champions. The big thing that we had talked about, and maybe talked about too much, was being state champions, going up to Homedale and battling in a very competitive Group 2 meet and bringing home fire trucks, as we say in Haddonfield, to take the ride home and celebrate with some fire trucks. So that was one of the big goals, but big goals were the dream.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, after coming off such a great year, I can understand going to the fall feeling that way. How did you? I mean, this team has become upperclassmen, like veterans. This team has become they know how to run. Did you guys feel the same way going into this next year?
I would say yes, because I know a lot of us were very upset because for winter track we all had really amazing seasons, and we were excited to go in for spring track. So I feel like if we use this fuel that we have for when we had for spring track, we can definitely bring it into cross country and get the wins that we want.
That's good, yeah. Did anyone else feel that way? Like this team was going to go to meet a champs. This team was definitely going to be a podium finish. Top 5.
We definitely knew that this team was very talented, and we've all worked so hard together, and we basically just pushed each other, and we were all so dedicated and just out there every day ready to work. And so I think that we knew that we all wanted it, but I just know that personally I could have never imagined us getting this far. So it was honestly a really cool experience to do something like that. So
yeah, I think that we never really focused on Meet a Champs throughout the season. It was mainly states, and we didn't really want to look past that because who knows if we would even qualify. And once states happened, I think we were really disappointed. I mean, we were thrilled with second place, but I know that we wanted to be state champions. So going in to Meet a Champs, it was sort of rethinking everything and just making a new game plan. And I think that we were all ready, and when we finished, we didn't know the results yet, but we were all really confident with how we did.
And going off of what Peyton said, we weren't concerned about who won or who was first for Haddonfield. We were just all in it together because we wanted to perform our best, and because we were disappointed with states. And we just worked together as a team, and when we did find out the end results, we got into a huddle and just hugged each other for our big accomplishment.
I think a lot of people say that you learn a lot more from losing than winning, and I definitely think that we learned a lot more from losing states than winning states because we went in to Meet a Chance with a huge fire under our feet, and we were so excited. And I think that's the reason that we placed so high, was because we kind of went into it with no expectations, and we were just all super excited.
Yeah, early on in the season, we knew what we were capable of, specifically at the short coaches meet when we realized the depth that we had on this team, and that we had so many girls who were capable of going out and running great performances. So when we went in to Meet a Champions, we just put it all on the field. We knew that we were capable of this, and that if we all just went out and worked together and all ran what we knew we could do as a team, we knew that it was going to be a good day, and it definitely was.
Yeah, I think we definitely we knew how much potential we had with some of the early performances that we had in the season, and we were getting better as a team. And then finally at Meet of Champs, we just came out there and it all clicked, and I think that was really special.
Yeah, so once you realize how good each individual you are, because it's very hard sometimes to get a team where you've got more than just one or two girls that have all this natural raw talent. So once you realize how good you had a group to perform, what kind of changed your mentality and your training as purposes to get better as just a team, not just as an individual?
I feel the aspect of training was definitely harder because we all have our different paces, but running as a group, we all tend to push each other to get through the workout or the run that we have, and I feel that motivated us to push hard then in a race because we'll have more people around us, and if our teammates there, we'll just help each other out and push to the end. So
good. Something really fun we did this year was we did a mile time trial the week of Meet a Champs, which was definitely something that we all didn't expect to do, but it ended up being really fun, and it excited us because I know for a lot of us here, we all worked together during that and realized just how strong we were, and that when we all came in around the same time, we knew that we could run together and run really strong.
I think we're a very hardworking team, and I think that really showed in all of our workouts. like we all went out there and we were giving our best, like 110% all the time. That really helped us when it came to be race day, because when we were working that hard throughout the season, like we knew we could put it all out there when it counted. So.
And also, we're all in the same time rep, so there's not like one individual person that's like off like all the way back. We're all kind of in the same range, so we can't have like different groups to push each other, like it was said earlier.
Yeah, I think during races when there's so many talented girls and maybe you're not feeling so well yourself, you don't panic because you know that there are so many girls who are going to make up your spot. And if someone's injured or it's going to take a little bit for them to get back, like as a team, we don't fall apart because so many girls can fill that spot and want to fill that spot too.
And I think one of the things that really makes us unique as a team is that like every single girl on the team like is out there every day to run and to work hard and to get better. And I think that that's something that, not every team can say that they have. And I think that we've been able to push ourselves every single day and use each other to push ourselves. And that's what really has motivated us and got us to where we are. So good.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's definitely a culture over there at Haddonfield, and you guys, you work hard. You're here for the team, and you do have a ton of individually talented runners. But it does feel like every time we watch you guys race that it's a group effort, and explains why your 4x8 is so good. Like this is a team, this is a group that like they care about each other, they work hard for each other, and I completely understand how if coming off a disappointed group meet, which y'all still ran well, but like being really motivated, there's no doubt that team was going to run well at Meet a Chance. So if we could talk a little bit more about that race day, I'm hoping maybe we could talk a little bit about how Coach Russo or how anyone was feeling in that first mile where, we all miss that rush of a race right now. And can anyone remember anything that felt like a little worrisome or a little bit like, this is going to be a good day for the dogs in that first mile, heading up that first hill at Homeville?
I went back because I just wanted to go back and watch it again. It's been a while since I watched it, and I wanted to watch it before I went into this. So I watched it a couple days ago, and I watched that first half mile. And I remember, actually, I was closer to probably about 600, 700 meters. And I thought the same thing that I thought that day. And as soon as I watched the video and I saw it happen, I remember thinking the same thing. And it was, and this is very easy to say and sometimes very hard to do. And it was that these girls got out well. The team got out well. Meet champions, you've got so many good girls on the line. You've got so many kids that you can be intimidated of. The race is going to get out fast. There's going to be a lot of jockeying for position, especially that first stretch in the woods. You're trying to get some good position so that you don't kind of get, stuck behind a group that you're then trying to get by. And I looked back at it, and I looked at that 600, 700 meters in, and I looked at how these girls came through, and I thought, okay, we got out well. And that's a big sigh of relief when that happens, because you go, okay, all right, there's, a sense of we've accomplished goal number one of getting out, and then, trying to maintain from there. So at that first stage of the race, from a coach's perspective, I stood there saying, we got out well. And that was really exciting for me.
It's scary too. You're absolutely right. Meet a chance in front of you have the best kids in the state, and you only have one choice is to get out. Did anyone else maybe feel like worried or scared with that kind of pack? You guys,
I was I had no idea what to expect. So like getting out there with all these people around you, I just remember there were just so many people around me, and it was just so overwhelming. And there's so many people cheering you on, and I just remember being so overwhelmed, but it was almost like motivating that I was so like.
And I'm sure, all of you girls, like your adrenaline was going. You're trying to go in with a clear head, but you're also like thinking of pretty much how to run that race the entire way through. Like you get to the one goal, that okay, you got out. Now, what's the next thing that you have to do? You just kind of keep, pressing and kind of going through the motions of what is the next obstacle that I have to overcome in this race.
Like, I know for me it was a little nerve wracking, only because we were kind of like pushed together, so we were really close with like other teams, so they had to fit all the teams on one line. So it kind of motivated all of us to like get out harder because there's a lot more girls. So I feel like that pushed us to do the performance as well that we did at Meet of Champs. So.
I think all of us were really motivated going into that race. Like we definitely had a long week with like lots of thoughts going through all our heads, and we knew that like this was a really good opportunity for us to go out there and show what we got. I know like going up that first like 400 meters up the hill, and you just see everyone. Like I remember personally just thinking like if you see a red and black bow, like you have to get up to them. Like you have to. That is what you have to do. And I think no matter how much it hurt, we really did it. And I think we kind of just had that group mentality going in of like, we have to do this for each other.
I think like at a meet that big, it's so easy to get caught up in like the surroundings and just to get completely panicked. But I think one thing we did well, which maybe we didn't do as well at groups, was to just stay focused on each other and just remember that it's just another race, and like your one constant is each other. So as long as you stay with each other and remember the purpose of your race, which is the team, I think everyone was able to kind of focus in and relax a little bit more.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so scary. It's that first uphill I mean a chance, but it sounds like you guys really care about each other and wanted to have a good day. That's awesome. So how about like, so now we're through the first mile, we're heading towards the bowl. Maybe we're at the bowl, coming through the bowl. Could you get a feel for where you were? You could see these red and black bows. Were they near, like, did you feel like as a team we were accomplishing our goal at halfway through the race?
Yeah, I remember seeing Sarah at the top of the bowl when I was at the bottom of the bowl. And it was the first time that I had really looked up, I guess, and actually looked at the people around me. And I just was like, all right, I'm just going to look at Sarah for the rest of the race. And just, even though I'm not right next to her, I'm just going to run with her from a distance. And that really helped me for the rest of that race.
I remember from my race, like right before the bowl, Evie had passed me. So I just was working off for her, just like stay with Evie until the end, because I knew it was like hurting really badly. So I stayed with her, and I still popped an amazing time.
Well, I don't have any experience of Meet of Champs, but because I was by myself for most of the race. But I think if you have someone just like running by you at the bowl that's part of your team, you just have the motivation to like keep going, because they tell you like, oh, let's stay together, let's pop some good times, and they just motivate you to keep pushing up and getting through the race.
I also think the bowl is like probably the most interesting part of the race, because it's my favorite part, which sounds crazy because it's probably, I mean, I would argue that the first hill might be harder, but it's a pretty difficult part of the race. But I think there's like, especially with this team, there's so many good memories that we have associated with the bowl, like Homedale, which is the Meet of Champs course, is like a kind of favorite of ours. Like we go down there on weekends a lot, and so like racing it, I mean it was everybody's last time of the season racing the bowl, but for our seniors, I know that it was like their last time ever. So I guess that was like that was a big standout moment for me, was like the last time getting up the bowl, and that was like a really big like motivating factor, because you kind of know that you're getting towards the end and it's like on the way down. So yeah.
And just it being like our last cross country race too just made it that much more memorable for us, and it made it that much more of a motivator. Like, this is it. Like, there's you're not gonna run it like as a high schooler anymore. So
and Homedale just has like magic in the air. It feels like missing it, and like that last mile, like once like you get out of the bowl, like that was like the quickest mile like in my mind that like I've ever felt, because I think at that point we were all kind of just like running with heart, and like because we had the skills like to physically run it, and I think at that point it was almost this like tunnel vision of like finishing strong once you get out of that clearing. So I think it was really fun.
That's awesome. This is quite a team here, man. You guys really fight for each other. Can you talk a little bit about so now we're through the bowl. We're all hard. It's flat. It's flat or it's downhill. Can you talk a little bit about maybe like that very end, or maybe when you're out of the chute and you're like, how did we do in the biggest meet in New Jersey, one of the biggest meets in on the East Coast? What was guys going through your mind at that point?
I feel like it's all adrenaline. You just want to be done the race. And then when you get through the finish line, you see all your teammates there, and you just feel like welcomed and support, have like so much support from your team because you're all congratulating each other for your amazing run and time that you just ran. And yeah, you just feel very welcomed.
Going off of that, I feel like what Allison said, it's more like adrenaline, but at that point, we know it's the last mile, we know it's downhill, and then that's the point where Risa tells us, just go and pick off some girls. Like, just run your heart out, and then when that last straightaway comes, like, pick off some more. So, and then when at the end, your team is there, and the girls that aren't running are always there at the end to congratulate us, and I feel like that's, like, welcoming for us because not many teams have a lot of girls on their team to support them like that. And I feel like for us, like that's a great way to end our race, to see all our teammates there. So.
And I think that even during cross country, like something that helped us is like we focus like a lot on speed. Like we definitely do endurance stuff, but like we definitely focus on speed stuff too. So I think all of us knew, all of us know like during cross country races, like with our speed training, like we're able to pick some girls off at the end. So I think that really like helped us all, like just our mentality going into like the last parts of races.
We had talked too. That, I mean, the week before we had said that last mile. You know, we've got to work that last mile at Meet a Champs. And I remember standing at the 2 mile mark. I decided to deviate from what I'd done. I stood at the 2 mile mark, and I just remember watching. There was a different look on our girls' faces when Sarah went by, and then shortly after Peyton went by. Peyton may have given me a thumbs up when she ran by me because they had an idea of what she was going to do in that last mile. Just a fun fact: you look at where Peyton was at 2 miles and look at where she finished, and she might have, as Coach Baker said, she might have collected the most scalps from anyone in that last mile. Just the number of people that she picked off. But then watching Allison, and very shortly after, I mean, I'm saying something to Allison, and then I'm saying something immediately to Lily. You know, Allison didn't know Lily was right there, but she was literally, 10 seconds behind her. And then I'm turning around again, and Evie and Lindsay are coming by me. And it was just like, you could see that look on their face at 2 miles. And it was not a look of, I can't wait for this to be over. It was a look of, like, we're on a mission. And it was incredible. And Taylor, our assistant coach, and I went sprinting down to the end. And, we're getting, because I'm even sprinting, I'm awfully slow to get down there to watch some of these girls finish. But I'm looking at a time when, like, Evie finishes, and I'm going, oh, my God. She just ran that, close to her personal best, if not her personal best in Homedale. And I'm starting to get some data on, how girls ran that day. And all I kept saying, kind of quietly to Taylor, I said, we did well. I don't know how well we did, but we did well. Because I just couldn't figure out, which teams were ahead of me. I think at one point, Sarah and I were talking afterwards, and I think I said something to Sarah, said, like, how well do you think we did? I said, I don't know many teams that finished ahead of you, like 1 to 5. And I think that's the coolest thing about what this group did, is that how many teams finished ahead of them, 1 to 5. Like, that was pretty neat. And that potential was there all season. But, so there was an excitement there. Yeah. I felt excited before I got any results. Once I got the results, I lost my mind.
That's awesome. I remember as a spectator coming, I was around the shed, so like a little before the 2 mile, and I was like, that's a lot of Haddonfield girls. Like, that's a tight pack. I was, I think even us spectators had a feeling you guys did something really special. That's awesome. And then and then even at 2 miles, even after the bowl, like, just we're ready to keep going, and that looked like they were hungry. That's awesome.
So, my seniors, how did it feel knowing that that was your last ever high school cross country race?
It was like I don't even know how to describe it because, like it didn't really like occur to me till I was like really in the race, and I was like, oh my god, like this is my last time like ever running at Homedale, and like it's always been a tough course for me, but this time I wasn't really thinking as much about that. I was kind of just like, I have to do this, like this is some, like I gotta finish this race as strong as I can and just push through it and just make my last time my best time. So
yeah, it was definitely very emotional. I remember like shortly after I finished, one of the moms on our team said like, make sure you look around and like take it all in because like you're probably never going to experience like this exact moment again. And of course then I'm crying.
Oh my god, I would have been crying.
I'm a big crier. Because it was very emotional, and then I remember going over to Evie and giving her a giant sweaty bear hug, and I just remember thinking that like what we did was really special, and like what this team has accomplished, like it just is like super memorable, and like I'll always associate like Homedale with that day.
Yeah. I'm like I really vividly remember because I mean the way that Homedale ends is really cool because you're in the woods for like 0.75 of the last mile, and then it opens up and you see everyone as you finish. Like it's a whole like tunnel full of people. And I remember seeing everyone, and I remember thinking that I would give anything to just be able to run it again. Like even if I had to run it then, like exhausted, like I would give anything to run it again. And I think that definitely, that reigns true. Like it's definitely one of my favorite places. And yeah, it was an amazing way to finish like on that course. So
it's a really special place. Like there's definitely no course like it. Just that like it's such a crazy feeling. Like when you get out of the woods and you just see that finish line like across the field, and you just have people like going crazy all around you, and there's really just like no feeling like it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you nailed it. Something special over there. And I think the past couple years we've got to watch, this group have some really special races, and it was awesome hearing about it like live from you guys. And I'm sure that tradition will definitely continue. So really appreciate you guys sharing all these details about the race. Man, that is really interesting to hear. We're not totally done yet, though. Before we close our call, we're gonna play a game of Kahoot. So for anyone listening, Kahoot's kind of like a quiz game, like maybe teachers use in the classroom. And so I sent out a survey to Russo and his girls a couple days ago, and they answered some questions about themselves. And then I created questions and tried to test them all to see who knew each other the best. So at the end, we will have a champion, the best teammate, or the best coach. So I'm excited. If we could give that a try. Sam is our tech specialist at Running Works, a specialist at a lot of things, but we have never tried this before, so if we stumble, forgive us.
Do you girls have this game pin? Yeah. All right, who else are we missing?
We join it now.
Yep. Okay. I have 6. Is that right?
I'm almost.
There should be 8, I think.
yeah, 8 girls and then Russo, so 9.
Okay.
I just joined.
All right. I have
Guys, I
8.
feel like I'm only gonna know one question. It was like, what's our favorite food to eat before a race? Which is pasta.
A couple of questions I answered. I was like, you guys are gonna know it's me.
Okay, so I'm missing one
No,
person.
the only thing that I can think of when it's that question is pasta. So
Peyton, I'm sorry. I was spelling your name with an A, and then I was like, nah, it's an E, and I changed them all. Sorry.
Everybody
I
in?
think your name's spelled with an E in
I
this
am
quiz.
almost in.
It's okay. Everyone does. They spell with an E.
Sorry.
I'm kind of used to it now.
All right, we're good. Here we go.
Is this gonna?
Is it possible?
How do we see the question? Does it just?
It'll
It'll
say
come
on the thing. It'll say in your phone.
It
Wait,
does
No, the
Question.
questions.
I don't see
Well, I
it.
got no
Wait,
question.
there's no question.
It have like the shape.
Read it out loud.
No,
All right,
there's no
whose
question.
pre-race ritual?
I see a question.
Wait, what? I'm gonna get it wrong.
Pre-race ritual is to take a short walk. Oops.
I didn't get the answer. No, I don't think I got it.
You could like share your
That's a great start. I'm gonna get one wrong. No, I didn't get the question.
All right, I'm going to read the questions to you.
How do we
Read
know
it.
which answers which? Like,
Oh,
No, I didn't even have the answers to it. It just showed me the
Ritual
shape.
is to take a short walk. Is that Sarah?
no, that was me.
That was you?
That's cat. Yeah. What color?
Obvious one.
Race rule.
Okay, so you can't see the questions.
I know it only is a shape. So
Okay, so listen. I'm gonna say like red is whoever, green is whoever. All right. So just listen to me because I'm gonna read the questions and then read the answers.
okay.
All right, here we go. Next one. All right, question 2. Whose favorite meal the night before a race is chicken parm?
Oh,
Okay, red is Sarah, yellow's Allison, blue is Evie, and green is Peyton.
Okay, I probably got this really wrong. I'm sorry for whoever it is. Oh my god, I got it right!
it's Peyton. I knew it. I knew it.
Yes, it was Peyton.
Peyton.
All right,
a lot of you
let's
put
see.
pasta. There were a lot of pasta answers.
I love pasta. That's always what I do.
A staple.
Sarah's in the lead. Question 3. Whose least favorite workout is a tempo run? Okay, red is Sarah, yellow's Peyton, blue is Allison, green is Evie.
Oh. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a hard
What
one.
are the colors?
One.
I feel like we all hate tempo runs. to be
Only
honest.
one person said tempo.
Oh my god.
Sarah.
Right,
It was me.
Sarah.
I knew it was you.
Sarah?
I knew it was you.
Sarah, you're like.
I never would
I'm
have guessed
confused
that.
now. I didn't think it would be Sarah.
I knew that.
She's
I
so
knew
far
that.
ahead in the tempo runs. I'm shocked.
No, Sarah
I'm
hates
shocked.
tempo. She
How
hates
many of us wrote five?
They are the worst, but I would
Uh,
never think it was
some-
Sarah.
There was some one.
I said it was Evie.
I knew it was not Evie.
Evie loves tempo.
I do
It
love
was
tempo.
easy.
Tempo is like my favorite workout.
I do like tempo runs. Tempo runs are pretty cool. I feel like it's like a nice, like they're not hard, but they're not like easy. I feel good after a tempo run.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah's still in the lead, followed by Evie. Question 4. Whose favorite workout is 300? Red is Kat, yellow's Lindsay, blue is Olivia, green is Evie.
I got this one. Yes, it's Lindsay. I know.
Incorrect.
It's not me.
No way.
Yes.
Olivia?
Olivia. No way.
No, it was Lindsay. It's
No, it
Olivia.
No, it was
Olivia. It was Olivia.
Oh my god.
I thought what you thought, Allison.
But I still guessed it right. They both.
Lindsay
It's
and
like
Evie
400. Any 400 workout I love.
Those very smart answers there. Whoever picked the people for the answers, that was very, very good.
Oh, was it?
selection of
They were all
answers
like,
for that question.
okay.
You picked our middle distance stars.
I know my South Jersey runners.
Even Kat was a good selection there.
Yeah, they're all
I
just
said that one
Nick D
was my
girls.
least
No,
favorite.
I knew that was Kat. That was
I
Some-
like 1000s. I hate 1000s. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm a middle distance person.
Yeah.
through the group. I do not like anything over like I prefer running like the 800. Anything over the
Yeah.
8, I'm just like dreading.
No, I'm just like telling myself no.
All right, here we go. Next question. What does Russo always do right before a big race? Okay, red is check his phone, yellow is fist bump everyone, blue is say quiet prayer, and green is math in his head for fun.
You would do that.
I don't know. Not everyone gets
The easiest question ever.
Yellow.
Wrong, but I
Yeah, I got
I'm
it
on the
right.
podium. Oh my god, yes. No, I feel like you do all of those though.
No, there is one thing that I have to do. I panic if I don't do it. I panic.
Yeah, you fist bump all of us.
Panic attack.
What was the first one again?
Check his phone.
You
Oh,
do
no.
also check your phone.
The math
But
in his
not
head.
because I have to. That's because I'm nervous.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We all do things that make us nervous.
That's all right.
I feel like we're all doing our own thing before a race, so it's like hard to see what everyone's doing. Like none of
Yeah.
you
We're all
True,
in
like,
I like to take a
Kind of, yeah, zone.
Yeah. Kind of when someone's trying to talk to us, we all just zone out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll just go do our own thing and no one's paying attention to each other because we're all so nervous.
See, I don't know about you girls, but I could never get my nails done during the season because I would always pick my nails like I was on the line. So I know it's like a weird
I'll have to
thing.
cut
We all
mine.
have those. All right, Sarah's still in the lead.
Sarah.
Sarah, are you stalking us?
All right, question 6. Who on your team can recite all of the elements from the periodic table? Red is Lindsay, yellow's Lily, blue is Kat, and green is Evie.
I got this one.
Already
This
won.
one's so easy. I don't know if I got it right.
Dang it. Oh, it's Lily.
Yes, I got
Lily,
it. Yeah.
You learned the song in 8th grade from
I
Mr.
did.
Kozak's
Olivia
class.
knows it too. Me and Olivia have
Thank
sung.
goodness Olivia was not an answer there. I would have been.
I
Olivia was
know,
up.
same. I
Okay.
probably would have been.
I thought it was
Ooh,
Olivia
crazy.
too. Before she read out the options, I was like, Olivia.
I do know how to do that too. And so that's
Oh,
Sing it, I
dang.
think, on a rough
tricky.
one. You do.
We did sing it on a run once. That was fun.
There's so many elements. What?
I only know the first 10 elements, so I don't know why it was on there.
Dang.
Why was I on there? Is the question.
I was like, what?
Kat, you do remind
Never. Cat would never.
of me. Like, you are.
Never know that.
So, Kat was in my group for camp, and you should
Oh,
hear the conversations we had.
trust me. I've had many of those conversations. Oh my word.
Yes, I do have a hair tie.
Oh, I was
A head cock.
I was so, if that's what
You hear
it
about
is,
Cat
we're all
talk
just
at home.
Oh, God.
All right. Question 7. Who would describe Parachute Hill from Belmont as worse than Homedale? Red is Olivia, yellow is Sarah, blue is Allison, and green is Peyton.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, this could be like anyone, I feel like.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh, I got it. Wait.
So
Yeah,
What was it? I
What?
guess blue.
Peyton, right?
Yep, Peyton.
Peyton likes Homedale.
It was.
I don't know. You didn't
You're still on the podium. I'm proud.
No, like I never ran Belmont, never ran Parachute Hill.
Honestly, I would agree with Peyton only because Belmont was my first race and it was not pleasant.
It was mine too, and I was like, "Is this?"
Yeah, it was kind of my first race. And I'm just like going through it, like, why am I putting myself through this? And then when I got to Homedale, at least there's like, it's the beginning hill, but at least you only need to go through that beginning hill once. So for Belmont, you need to go through the beginning hill twice. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody at camp, like all the campers, always talk about Belmont.
Yeah.
no, not
Of course.
Haddonfield.
It's horrible. It's
I love Belmont.
But Homedale has that whole like last mile, which is downhill. Belmont's just like
yeah. It's just
Well,
constant uphill.
Yeah.
So where is Parachute Hill?
It's
in
the
the
like
middle.
that's
Like
a
mile
really
and a half.
steep part in the middle. It's like the bowl. It's like comparable to the bowl.
So like you think you're done, and then there's still more to go.
Yeah.
You go up and it's really steep, and then you go up and then it's really long, and then you think you're done, and then you turn around, and then there's
another
more,
hill.
Yeah, you're still going.
Like surprise.
and you just
So
keep
it's
going.
kind of like the bowl in some way, except the after you go up the one hill, the bump that you go up is longer than Haddonfield is.
Yeah, way longer. Yeah.
So it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
All right, and we have one more question. Who is double jointed in their finger and elbows? Red is Russo, yellow is Lindsay, blue is Sarah, and green is Lily. I think I even know this one.
I have no idea who this is, actually.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna guess.
Sarah.
What?
It's me.
Sarah?
Wait,
I'm double jointed in my middle fingers.
Whoa.
I know elbow. I definitely feel like.
wait, can you show us?
Show
I've never
us,
seen
show
that.
us, show
I
us.
said it was Lily.
Wait, show us.
I
Yeah.
can, like,
Oh my god.
your elbows, Sarah. Yeah, what about your elbows, bro?
It's like it's hard to do. It's like I can flip my arm.
Oh my god.
I can flip my arm like over.
Yeah,
Ah,
Just go
okay.
long sleeves.
not natural.
Didn't somebody at camp show us that they were double jointed also?
Me.
Okay, I definitely remember.
I can't do it right here. It's like with my leg. It's weird.
Wait, that was the leg thing.
Oh,
you
yes.
showed us.
I made like something weird.
Why?
I remember.
Oh my god.
I can't. I'm not doing it on a live.
Cat like lays down and like her legs like
Cricket is
curls
so
over.
funny.
Like a cricket.
Yeah,
Like
she
it looks like a
definitely did show me this. You definitely did.
No, it's like where you take your legs and you bring them forward.
They just like fold. It's
It looks
so
painful.
funny. Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah. that
All
sounds
right,
bad.
so our final score is.
Hey, I got second.
Yeah, it's
Best teammate.
That was fun.
nice job. Nice job.
That was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of sad. Like Sarah, was not she was with us for 1 year and she beat us all.
And she's the best teammate.
It's not an insult. It's just
Pretty good.
the least amount of time and she beat us all. She knows us better than we know ourselves, guys.
True teammate. I'm sorry that didn't work out as well. I guess we gotta go back to the drawing board. Everybody works, figure out how to do that. But that was I thought that was really fun.
That was really
Kinda-
fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
cool.
was fun.
Cool. You guys have been great. I mean, this was all. I kind of was excited to hear the behind the scenes about your Meet of Champs, and I think I learned a lot more, and like just hearing about you guys as a team and a unit. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys. We did want to end with like our especially our seniors. I'm sorry, before we take off. We have 3 seniors here. Going forward, can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing? In any order.
No, Kat, you go. So, like I said earlier, I'm gonna run at Gettysburg College, and I'm gonna do cross country and track there. And I'm really excited. It's definitely gonna be a transition. I can already feel the transition happening. But yeah, I actually one of the counselors at camp is going to coach me there, which is like really cool. Amanda. So, I'm excited to get started with that. And
That's awesome.
What are you majoring in?
So I'm not 100% set on it, but I think I'm going to major in psychology.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure like where I'm going to go with that, but it's definitely right up my alley. So
That's awesome.
So I'm not going to college next year. I'm taking a gap year. And I'm hopefully going to run a marathon. That's the aim anyway. I ran my first half 2 weeks ago in quarantine on my own. And I ran 1:35.
Oh
my
gosh.
goal is to beat my goal is to beat my mom's time, which she ran the London Marathon when she was 27, and she ran 3:23. So that's hopefully what I'm going to do running wise next year, and then off to college and hopefully run there too.
That's awesome.
I'm
going to be attending Haverford College in Pennsylvania, right across the bridge. I'll be running XC and track there, and I'm most likely going to major in biology, focusing on pre-med. And I'm really excited. If this sport has taught me anything, it's that having a team is the most valuable thing you can have. And I've certainly learned a lot from Haddonfield running. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, that's awesome. We can't wait to hear from all three of you, hopefully, about your running and all that. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So again, this has been really great. I think we all got to hear a lot of different sides of Haddonfield cross country. Thank you guys so much. We hope to see you all again soon. Again, thanks for spending your time with us tonight.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
So much. It was neat.
Yeah.
All right.
I stopped us. We're good.
Guys, that was awesome. That was so good. You guys crushed it.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you for doing it, Pat. That was really neat.
That was so fun. Thank you. That was so much fun.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
really was. But you guys just did so well, and you're welcome. That was fun for me, and we're all just trying to have a little bit of like running going on right now, so this was good to talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like the conversation flowed very nicely.
Yeah, you guys were great.
Maybe not the Kahoot part.
I know. Wait, so what happened? I'm upset.
Well, so this is the thing is I forgot. It's like you were back in school. So like how you would have your phone or
And then you look at the board. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Maybe
why.
you
I
Yeah.
can
screen
fix
share. Like if you did it again, you could someone could share their screen.
So what we could probably do, Pat, is because you can share your screen through here, and I didn't even think of that. So, because I was flipping back and forth to the screens through the live, after a question, I would go back to all of us talking. So we have to do with that a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, we should.
But it still turned out fine. But yes, you girls are very lucky to have the bond with each other that you have, because I feel like that's very rare for a team. And you're always going to remember this team, and you're always going to remember each other. No matter where you guys go, it's always going to, you run into each other. It's going to be you never stopped, So really just cherish the relationships that you've built and the experiences that you guys had together, because nobody else is going to,
I missed some of that at least.
So, but I know camp is still on at this point.
Camp so much.
I know, I feel so
Oh, we need CITs. We do need CITs, so you should reach out.
You're my first counselor.
I know. Oh, okay. I always have a special place.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Remember my blisters?
Oh,
Cat, you
God.
blisters.
So funny.
I haven't had a blister ever to this day, so.
Oh, the shoes that you had then.
The
blisters.
Run on
The
that.
blisters you had, and you're sliding during soccer, trying to beat the guys.
Oh my gosh.
And they kept popping.
Yeah. And Ringo
All it was just blood going down her feet.
That was one of the best weeks of my summer. It was so fun.
What we do offer for those of you that are going into college is to be what's called a CIT, so it's a counselor in training. And you would actually get to work with the middle school counselors, the campers. So if you do well there, then the following year we can bring you on as a regular counselor with all of us. So if that is something for those of you that are going into college that you're interested in, you can reach out on, to one of us, Pat or I know Kat